Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it's the Houston Rockets as they'll be playing against the Utah Jazz. Utah's been playing with a lot of focus. 2 games into the season series against this team, they're tied at a game apiece, looking to grab the edge tonight. All-Star Week is rapidly approaching. Whoa, and there it is. Whoa, that is rapid, that thing. Yeah. Who do you think benefits the most from this break in the action?
Oh, guys nursing injuries. You know, if you have a minor injury, this is a great time to get 3 or 4 days to just kind of chill out, get healthy, get some treatment. And the older veterans, they could just rest up because this is maybe a 10th year in the league. You're like, okay, I need a break.
You know, it's a good mental break for everybody, all the players. And coaches, they can sit back and have strategy assessments, player assessments, all type of assessments and accessories.
Yeah, and if anybody needed a mental break, it's you. Here's Kevin Harlan with the call.
Seems like we've been here before. Yes, it is Groundhog Day. And we welcome you to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. We'll see the Houston Rockets taking on the Utah Jazz. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA?
Well, guys, we know James Harden hits that step-back 3 a lot, and Mike D'Antoni says most coaches would think, okay, he hit a tough shot, live with it. That's some hard living. But it's one of the most lethal shots in the game. Kevin?
Yeah, with that pump fake, he can get to the free throw line too, DA. There's just no answer. Well, compared to the rest of the league, C-Web, both these teams play at a very deliberate pace, not up and down, but they're thoughtful in the way they attack.
Yeah, and we usually see this style of play more on the East Coast. And there's nothing wrong with taking time to run through the offense and make sure that you see every option. If you keep the ball moving, it can wear a team down on defense. Very rarely do you see a team play defense for the full 24 seconds of a shot clock.
Good perspective. And so off the tip, it's Utah. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Rockets. Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Gordon out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Fareed in at the 5. Now, here's Ingles. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Mitchell. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Knocks it loose. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You too.
And so it's Houston with it. Now Rubio. He had 22 points in the win against Atlanta. Ingles kicks to Mitchell. Six on the shot clock. Rubio in the corner. Drills it from outside. Rubio's got his team on the board to start the game for Utah.
Look at this. I like this. Team basketball. Keeping the ball moving until they find the right shot.
Harden against Mitchell.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that one.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. Right side Favors. Pass to Ingles. Here's Rubio. Misses the three.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
Now Ingles. James Harden missing on the three. Ingles passes to Rubio. To the inside. Stolen by Harden. Rubio against Paul. Gordon. It's deflected. Here's Mitchell. That one falls.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Harden kicks to Fareed. Over Gobert. The Rockets again can't hit.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
And the basket by Ingles.
Oh, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was timely.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. Searching for their first points of the game. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Well, it might have taken Joe Ingles a few years to adjust to the NBA, but he looks right at home now. Was playing overseas until he made the NBA jump at age 27. The way he's playing now, it was worth the wait.
Well, the shooting guard position is where teams look for a lot of their points. And these players, the highest scoring among them, haven't disappointed. James Harden, number 1. And, of course, Donovan Mitchell.
And night after night, we see this group punish opposing defenses. I mean, if you pick one way to deal with them, they'll beat you another way.
As a 2-guard, that's what puts up the points these guys do. I mean, you have to have a versatile game to be able to keep the defenders off balance.
Here's Rubio. Following the basket by Chris Paul. Rubio finds Gobert. Mitchell against Harden. Shot clock at 5. Puts one up from 19. Green for 2 points.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often. Now
here's Harden. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Denver.
That's the art of rebounding in a nutshell. Box out, hold your ground, and haul in the miss.
Rubio with it. Passes it to Gobert.
Switch.
The pass to Ingles. Pulls up. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Ingles has got his second basket of the night. Rubio against Paul. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at the Jazz. Right now they've compiled the 6th best record in the conference. And, of course, Houston right on their heels as they've got the next best record.
And I think for the Rockets, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Yeah, every time it looks like they're ready to make a step forward, something goes wrong.
Now, here's Mitchell. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Atlanta. And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Utah with the ball. Ingles kicks to Gobert. And it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Nene, he's checked in for Faried. Gobert against Nene. And there's the call on Nene. That is his first foul of the game. Rubio against Paul. Rubio the pass to Ingles. Just 5 on the clock. From downtown.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Nice shot by Gobert.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
Mitchell against Harden. Buries it down low.
He's not just an outside threat. Harden's a player who can score from anywhere.
And here's Utah. They're on a 13-4 run right now. We have a look at the Rockets organization, Chris. One of the best run teams people think in this league.
Oh, well, definitely. I mean, over a decade of winning basketball, they find ways to win, and then they won't be satisfied till they win it all.
Now, here's Rubio. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Paul. 20 points for him last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
The feed to Mitchell. Pass to Gobert. He kicks it to Rubio. Back to Gobert. Over Nene. And it's off the back rim. No good. Rockets trail by 11. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Yeah, and if you're playing in line Chris Paul, you better have your hands ready. If you're open, he'll find you, or you're going to get hit in the head.
Now here's Favors. A 14-point game for him in the win against Atlanta.
And his impact wasn't just on offense. He played great D, blocked 2 shots. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot he didn't do in that game.
Now Gordon, following the 3-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. Gordon finds Harden. Over in the corner, Paul. No good from outside.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Rubio looking it over. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Drops in the tray. Mitchell's got 7 points in the game.
His touch has been terrific this quarter. Most of what he puts up is going down.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And that's what can happen on the road. You have to be aggressive and try to disrupt them out of their normal routine.
Crowder, he's checked in for Utah. Korver comes in for Joe Ingles, and then for Houston. Ennis comes in for Gordon, and it's Rivers in for Paul. It's Rivers on the wing, covered by Rubio. Jacks up a 3. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside Corver. Rubio against Rivers. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. And yes, it's good. Gobert's got 6. Here is Harden. There aren't many players who can score at the volume he has and make it look as easy as he does every game. He averages more than 36 points a game.
Man, he's superb at finding open teammates. Harden, I love how he looks to shed a rock.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. Rubio outside. Back to Gobert. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, Rudy Gobert has taken on more of a leadership role with this team. Clearly a difference maker on the court with his defense, and will get the team to fall in line. Hard to argue with one of the elite rim protectors in our league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
A free throw drops for Gobert. And with Gobert, he does so much as a defender with his impact, Greg, in the paint.
Yeah, and Gobert does so much in terms of cleaning up his teammates' mistakes while they're defending out there on the perimeter. It allows his teammates to be more aggressive on D, knowing he's going to be that last line of defense. And Gobert won't let them get too comfortable, as he is one of the more vocal players in terms of shaping their D.
Now, here's Green. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And Tucker kicks to Ennis. Back to Tucker. And some nice passing there by Houston. 5 to shoot. The 19-foot shot, and it's Houston with another. Here is Rubio. Outside Crowder. Mitchell against Green. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And Greg, right out of the gate, Donovan Mitchell seemed like a veteran more than a rookie.
I mean, his professionalism was one of the first things Ricky Rubio noticed about Mitchell. Father played minor league baseball, knows what it takes to succeed in professional sports. And you can just see it in his approach to practice and his commitment to improving his game. Mitchell was already the surprise of that 2017 draft, and I don't think there's any question he's destined to be a star.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. They trail by 11. Last time they met in Houston.
And they got her of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
They had them in their heels the whole game. The intensity of their defense was the key factor.
He feeds it to Nene. Crowder with the steal. Here's the teardrop. That's good for Mitchell on the assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Mitchell against Green. Kicks it to Rivers. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Rubio, the pass to Udo. Outside Corver. Back to Mitchell. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
He's taking over the game. Their lead's going to get even bigger if he keeps this up.
On the wing, Green. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. You know, see, we've spoken before about the skills that were hardest for you to develop. What parts of your game were the easiest to strengthen and fine-tune?
Wow, that's a great question, Kev. I have to think about that. The easiest. Well, I would say for me it was whatever I was doing well in college. And so that was on the post, on the right block, stealing James Worthy's spin move. And it was easier to get a little bit quicker in that because now I got to see him use it and do it to me. It was easier to have my jump shot start to get in the place that I wanted it to as a rookie. But why? Because I had one of the greatest shooters of all time, Chris Mullin, there to sit and practice with. And so when you have a great shooter and a mentor like him, it's easier because they explain it to you. And then not only do they explain how to do it, they show you through their work ethic. And so for me, it was pretty easy in those areas because I had a great mentor in Chris Mullin.
I love that story. Now here's Korver. 14 points from him the last game against Atlanta.
Now don't forget his rebounding work, too. They couldn't contain him on the glass.
Crowder with it, guarded by Tucker. Udoh gets the bucket, and the Jazz lead by 14.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Here's Tucker. He's got 6. Just 4 to shoot. Crowder with the steal. Goes up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And credit Crowder with his activity disrupting the play. He got them out and running that time.
Rivers finds Green. Now here's Tucker. Stolen by Rubio. Crowder feeling it out a bit. Pass to Rubio. And here's Korver. Dishes it to Udoh. Passes it to Rubio. Korver with it. 6 to shoot. Back to Udoh. Plenty of space. And Utah again with the bucket.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Utah comes into this one after the win against the Atlanta Hawks. Rubio against Rivers. And so it's the Utah Jazz with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this. Chris Ball talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
The toughest position in the NBA night in and night out is the point guard position. You know, every night you look at the board, the coach is pretty much going to say, their team goes as such and such goes. You know what I mean? So that's the toughest part, and that's probably the funnest part, too, because it's competition.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Jazz, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
I mean, a huge lead, and already after this first quarter, they're starting to make it look easy.
I love it. They have their track shoes on. Right off the tip, they were in full attack mode. This offense is really churning.
Kyle Korver is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's O'Neal. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Udoh in at center. That's the group right now for Utah. Offensive rebound. Makes it off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 18.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Back to Rivers. Shoots over Rubio. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Now, here is O'Neal. Korver with it. Now guarded by Ennis. Outside Korver. launches it. New 24 for Utah. Crowder kicks to Rubio. Nice ball movement by Utah. Now, here is O'Neal. D right on him. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. O'Neal's got his second basket of the night. It's tipped. And there's the pass to Green. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Rivers, good, and it's Green picking up the assist. That's 7 points for Austin Rivers.
And look, the D has to be talking out there. They can't make threes that easy for them.
Rubio, the pass to Udo. O'Neal kicks to Udo. Rubio outside. Puts up a three. It's rebounded by Houston. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Ennis passes to Rivers. And Tucker has it in the corner. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And Rubio kicks to Udo. Outside Korver. Takes a three. Utah gets it back. Rockets trail by 13. And here's Ennis. 9-point game his last outing. Green in the post. O'Neal's there. And the rejection by Udo. O'Neal against Green. O'Neal dishes to Udo. Rubio against Rivers. 6 to shoot. Korver finds Crowder. Latre. The shot, no good. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Can they get it? And Crowder with the basket on the assist from Rubio. Crowder's got 5.
Superb recognition by Crowder to catch the D by surprise with the effective pull-up jumper, catching them sleeping for just a second and cashing in on it.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And Ricky Rubio might be one of the most unselfish players in the league. And not only for his passing and how much he enjoys piling up assists, but how he does a great job adjusting to what the team needs him to do and not worrying about his own game.
And the Jazz with some changes. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Udo. Favors comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Joe Ingles in for Kyle Korver. Houston also making some changes. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. James Harden comes in for Gerald Green. And it's Paul in for Rivers. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. And for Rubio, who has been in the eye of the media for so long, Greggy's always been unselfish. We've always seen that in his style of play.
You're right, Kevin. You've always been able to see that with Rubio's game. Great at making quick reads, seeing passes before they develop. I mean, he can see who's open and who's going to be open before he even catches a pass.
Now, here's Ingles. He's coming off a 19-point game against Atlanta.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
And you can bet they weren't expecting that kind of a flashy move out of him, but that spin worked to perfection.
Paul passes to Harden. Back to Paul. Harden finds Gordon. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Yeah, showing how effective he can be. It's crucial that Gordon plays with confidence close to the bucket.
Utah leading by 16. Rubio outside. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc.
And if James Harden has one signature move, it's got to be his step-back jumper. Something he's worked on for years. And like the sky hook or Nowitzki's fadeaway, it's becoming one of those iconic, unstoppable shots.
The Rockets have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
2.
The first one falls. And Chris, you look at Harden's step back, there's a real different rhythm to it, isn't there?
I mean, he covers a lot of ground with that gather step. I mean, some fans even wonder if it's a travel. But I guess it's legal. Tremendous footwork crafted over countless reps in the gym.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Utah. And so he makes both from the line.
Well, look, I love how Harden does a little bit of everything. Aggressive scorer, solid rebounder, superb passer, and he's also improving on the defensive end.
Now, here's Rubio. He has 5. Pass to Mitchell. Shoots off the step back. He can't get it to go. And the Rockets take it the other way. For 3, Gordon. Rebounded by the Jazz. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home. Rubio against Paul. Drops in the breakaway layup.
And that's all started by Paul's anticipation. He creates the turnover, then jump starts them in transition.
To the middle, here's Favors, and a slam dunk by Favors.
Yeah, I mean, he's been orchestrating all game at a high level.
And you see defensively, when they try to patch something up, he exploits a different weakness.
Now here's Harden. He has 6. And the dunk by Fareed.
What an exquisite playmaker, especially in the pick and roll. Harden, he's as good as it gets.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 14-point game. Now, here's Ingles. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Lock at 6. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And for so long, it seems Derek Favors had played in a crowded front court, but still can get the job done.
And Favors has shown his versatility and impact in spot minutes his whole career. Every team can use a player like Favors. He just eats up space inside and can play that tough D.
One shot, gentlemen.
Offensively, I think he'd like to get back to where he was around 2015, and hopefully he'll find the chances to do so.
Rockets trail by 17. Paul kicks to Harden. From outside, off the mark.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
He had 1 3-pointer in the first, but still searching for that second.
Back to Gordon. 3-pointer. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
You know, I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Harden from down in the low post. It goes. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, Harden's strength is part of what makes him special. Able to score through all kinds of contact.
And Rubio kicks to Ingles. Now Gobert. He had 25 points in the win against Atlanta.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
Rockets trail by 17. Harden the pass to Paul. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. Feeds it to Fareed. Outside Gordon. Shot clock at 6. The three ball. Nailed from three-point land. Gordon's got 5 points so far.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. Chris, looking at the year so far, teams that made big changes in the offseason starting to develop now some chemistry.
Well, it takes some time, especially if the acquisitions are on the younger side. And this is where great coaching can make all the difference. This is where a great basketball culture in the locker room can make all the difference. It's all about, we say chemistry, chemistry, chemistry. What does that mean? It means trust. It takes time to build trust. It takes time to understand your players and what they like, where to get them the ball, what makes them better. And once you get to that point, it's a liberating feeling because now you feel like, okay, guys, we've gotten through the murky waters. Now we can have some fun. We know who we are. Right. We have an identity. Let's go out and be us.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Harden. His last 10 games have been exceptional. How about 44 points per, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists? And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
This last stretch, unbelievable tenacity going to the glass. It's been reflected in that stat sheet.
Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. Knocked away from deep. It's rebounded by Houston.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
Let's not lie. He has the skills to do it. We've seen that, but you still like to work for something closer.
The shot's good from Paul.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, as we know, Rudy Gobert is a 7-footer with an aggressive mentality. He said some guys don't have pride, but I do. Sometimes too much. Quinn Snyder said he gets angry, which I like. Whatever kind of stereotypes Americans have about the French, they don't apply. Not to him anyway, guys.
Sacre bleu! Thank you, GA. He is indeed a fiery competitor.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And Mitchell drops them both.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Rockets trail by 13. Harden with it. 8 points for him.
Gordon.
Down low. And Fareed with the basket on the assist from Harden. Fareed's got his second basket of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Harden against Mitchell. Now here's Gobert. D right on him. The drive by Mitchell. Second shot opportunity, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It goes on Kenneth Fareed. The Jazz have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. Crowder, he's checked in for Utah. And a change for the Rockets. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Fareed. And Gobert drops them both. Rockets trail by 13. 1:31 left in the first half. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and back court for Houston.
And really, their guards have been the ones that have done the bulk of the passing and shot creation. Sometimes the ball handlers will look to score more down the stretch. We'll see if that becomes more of a focus.
Now, here's Rubio. He's got 5. He dishes it to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. Mitchell with it, and it's Harden picking him up. 6 on the shot clock. Mitchell outside. The Jazz again can't hit it.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Gordon dishes to Tucker. Paul looking around. 5 on the clock. Lets it fly from 18. Crowder kicks to Rubio. 29 seconds left in the second quarter. Outside Crowder. There's the dish to Rubio. That one wide left.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Gordon. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And really, Gordon gets these calls because how engaged he is. He's consistent at remaining aggressive.
For Houston, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
Two.
First free throw is good.
He's a top-tier shooter. Gordon, he's a former 6th Man of the Year winner who plays his role to perfection.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 11 seconds left in the first half. They get a hand on it. Here we go, one-on-one. Shoots. Kept alive. Second chance shot. And so it's Utah. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Kyle, impressive first half. You guys seemed in control. I figure you're pleased with the team's performance so far.
Yeah, I thought we let up some in the second quarter, though. We just got to keep on playing our game, keep on trusting the system, and, we're getting great shots. Got to keep it up.
Kyle, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. A tremendous start for Donovan Mitchell. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any book.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Welcome back, everyone, to Salt Lake City, Utah. That's the state capital right here in Utah. Really a sight to see when you get that kind of perspective from above. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, when you're trying to check a guy like that, you have to move your feet laterally, defensively. That didn't happen.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Rockets trail by 11. And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Gordon, and it's Fareed in at the 5 down low.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Harden against Mitchell. This one for 3, and James Harden good for 3. Harden's got 11 points.
The unique lefty stroke of Harden. He's become incredibly consistent from deep.
Rubio finds Gobert. Rubio against Paul. Gobert the pass to Mitchell. Clock at 6. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Chris, your team's battled Kobe Bryant many times. Name some of the players today who you think can compare mentally to the Kobe Bryants and the Michael Jordans, guys you played.
Oh, wow. Well, Kobe says he's seen it in Kyrie Irving and the Greek Freak and a few others. I've seen it in Westbrook and how hard he plays and KD. And don't think Steph Curry's just this little nice, helpless guy out there on the court to shoot threes and turn around. He's one of those guys, too, that just wants to put that dagger into your heart with a deep 3 late in the game. So definitely Westbrook, KD, Curry, those guys come to mind for me.
And Mitchell drops them both. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Rubio against Paul. He kicks to Fareed. Pass to Harden. And Tucker has it in the corner. No good from outside.
A defender nowhere near him, and he still can't hit it. He wants that one back.
Rubio misses.
The D pretty much taking that possession off, but the shot's off target with nobody near him.
Bounce pass from Paul. It's Harden with the drive. Paul's shot is off.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Stolen by Harden. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
It's his shooting that's kept them out of an even deeper hole here.
For Houston, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
One shot, gentlemen.
That's all you, boy. Can't fade you.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Utah leading by 10. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Dishes to Mitchell. And the foul on Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Mitchell.
Gotta admire the speed of Harden. I mean, he looks locked in on defense, especially with how he contests these shots.
Gordon finds Fareed, and Fareed throws it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Mitchell against Harden. Mitchell dishes to Rubio. Passes it to Ingles. Shot clock at 5. For 3. Offensive rebound. Gobert. And he banks in the layup. Gobert's got 12 points in the game.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Timeout called the Rockets.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Well, this group of shooting guards has given us a little bit of something extra lately, including excellent rebounding, so you can see those numbers. James Harden, number 1.
Well, what he may give away in terms of size to some of the big men down low, no doubt he makes up for it with his agility and determination. That's what allows him to be such an outstanding rebounder.
Those little things, the hustle plays he makes, those go a long way towards helping the team each and every night.
Two points. That one goes. Harden's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, that's one thing about Harden. I mean, he uses his body so well to hold off defenders. I mean, his timing and his strength. Even in traffic, he's able to get up a clean shot.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 18 to the inside. And they pick up 2. 14 points for Rudy Gobert.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. He's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Here's Harden on the wing. Covered by Mitchell. Mitchell against Harden. Good D by Mitchell.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
And Gobert kicks to Ingles. Mitchell against Harden. Shoots from the right block. And Mitchell with a nice bucket inside. And now a 12-point Jazz lead.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
Now here's Fareed. Gobert with the block. Here's Ingles. He has 7. Up top, Favors. Kicks it to Gobert. Ingles up top. Fareed defending. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Here's Gobert. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Harden against Mitchell. Tipped away. Stolen by Mitchell. With the floater. And then Favors with the dunk.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Fellas, that's just like it's supposed to work. Don't give the D a chance to set up.
Hey, watch Ricky, watch Ricky.
Ball against Rubio. Stolen by Harden. They need this. And Harden with the stuff.
Well, Kevin, you can't be careless with the ball around Harden. He's great at swiping the ball and creating easy opportunities for his team.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. The pass to Rubio. Here's Mitchell. Ingles finds Favors. Shot clock at 6. Here's Mitchell. Offensive rebound and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Chris Paul picks up that one. The Jazz haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
Two.
And the first one drops. And the Jazz with some changes. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. And O'Neal subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Houston also making some changes. Ennis, he's checked in for Kenneth Fareed. Gerald Green comes in for Gordon. And it's Rivers in for Paul. And so Favors nails both of them. Chris, coach turnover. Happens a lot in the NBA. And there are some people that feel that, teams are too quick to make a change. What do you think?
Every situation is different. Sometimes an obvious change is needed, but sometimes it feels more like desperations. Think about it. The best franchises typically have stability, and fans aren't stupid. They know when their team is just trying to throw a worm out there to catch and to see who they can get, or if they're using the past coach as a scapegoat, trying to redirect the emotions of the fans to direct them to cheer for their team further on. But a lot of times, I tell you this, though, coaches getting fired are because the players don't execute and follow through. A lot of times it's not the coach's fault, but usually they have to take the fall, and that's what being the leader is all about. And unfortunately for the coaches, there is quick turnover, but hopefully they can land back on their feet at a new place with another job, with a team that'll listen and let them set the culture.
Good insight. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, the Jazz had to weather the loss of Gordon Hayward, so they need to play together to have success. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We expect guys to put the team in front of themselves and support each other. Our strength isn't in one guy. We need each other." Kevin?
David, one thing for sure, they come to play almost every game. Thank you. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target from three-point range.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Down low, Favors. From down in the low post, it goes. Favors got 15.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
But yeah, you're already getting dogged out there. And now he's landing body blows.
I tell you what, did he take off on that one? Not many players can elevate it and literally fly. What a special talent, and it's plays like that that remind me just how amazing these athletes are in the NBA.
Utah calls timeout.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Well, you have to review your matchups, make sure you're maximizing the potential of each one.
A different look for Utah. Udo comes in for Gobert, and Jay Crowder's subbed in for Derek Favors. Crowder, the pass to Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Utah. There's the feed to Korver. Outside Crowder, 5 to shoot. There's the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Crowder's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
He's worked a lot on his three-point shot. Crowder makes enough where it has to be on him.
Rivers looking over the floor. Pass to Ennis. He kicks it to Tucker. Green against Korver. That savvy little up fake there. Fooling the D. Green's got 5 now.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
O'Neal dishes to Korver. From past the arc. And Utah, another 3.
No, it's easy to appreciate Korver. I mean, he makes fast decisions in the screen and roll, and the D they can't back off.
And here's Harden. 20 points for him. Stolen by Mitchell. To the paint. Crowder kicks to Korver. Pass to Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And Korver, a team-first guy. When one of his guys is open, he wastes no time in delivering the pass.
Passes it to Green. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists tonight.
I don't think they were expecting that shot. They didn't really make an effort to get out of it.
Mitchell passes to Udo. O'Neal kicks to Korver. Lets it go from deep, and the Jazz another 3.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
To the middle, here's Tucker. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. He's got 16.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
O'Neal kicks to Korver. It's stolen by Green. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Foul. 2.
The Rockets have shot 6 or 7 at the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Green. 1:09 left to play in the third. Mitchell passes to Udo. Korver against Green. Outside Korver. 4 on the shot clock. Launches a 3, and Utah another 3.
If you do not respect that Kyle Korver has been making a living as a sniper from deep, then you haven't been doing your studying. You don't know the scouting report.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, as a big fella, that's the thing, Greg. You got to be quick in setting those screens. If you get a little lazy, you get called for it.
Now, here is O'Neal. He's got 5. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul. There's 31 seconds left in the third. Udo kicks to Korver. Outside Crowder. Just 5 to shoot. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Crowder's got 10 points.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
The pass to Rivers. Over Mitchell. And that one released in time, but no good. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Utah Jazz. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Rubio teams up with Mitchell in the backcourt. Crowder is the 4 and Gobert is the 5. And it's Korver in at the 3. That's the group right now for Utah.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Now, here is Harden. The shot comes out. Good D by Mitchell. It's Gobert with the ball for the Utah Jazz. To the inside, the 8-footer. And Crowder with the basket on the assist from Rubio.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
Rivers kicks to Harden. Tipped away. And now Utah, fast break. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay, presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Pass to Rivers. Harden against Mitchell. A nice shot by Rivers.
Oh, terrific work finishing a soft move like that. The finger roll.
Jazz have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Mitchell passes to Rubio. Back to Mitchell. He's feeling it. And Utah again with the bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Harden against Mitchell. Harden kicks to Ennis. See, Webb, I think of when you entered the league and how much the league has changed since your entry. In your mind, going back to your rookie year, I'm sure you can count many ways that the NBA has improved the game.
Yeah, and the NBA to me has always been a step ahead. It's been a leader as far as where sports in general should go. I mean, we're truly a global game now. I mean, just imagine where the game is going to be in 20 years, the growth of overall player salaries, the value of franchises. And to me, again, the biggest improvement has just been the evolution of players. It's been thanking a guy like Larry Bird, who was 6'9", shooting threes, and today we have Kevin Durant, 7-foot shooting threes. It's players getting better. The dribbling of Isaiah Thomas back in the Piston days to the dribbling of Curry, Kyrie, John Wall. Today, it's the evolution of the players to me that's been so exciting, along with the growth of the league overall.
Now, here is Harden after the miss from Jay Crowder. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his 3rd foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. There's Green with the three. The three-pointer is right on target.
There isn't any player in the league who's going to pass up that shot. There was nobody near him.
Jazz have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Outside Crowder. Chris, in football, you have the franchise tag. It allows a team to keep a superstar by delaying his free agency. Would that work in the NBA?
I'm not sure if that would work in the NBA. It would be what else would reward this player in the franchise tag? Does it allow freedom for other players to come? I think that we're going to have to address some of these issues as time goes on, especially in a place like Golden State where they have so many great players there. But one of the great things about the NBA is the freedom of movement. And I don't think that we've seen really any teams get hurt too bad by the superstar leaving if they've acknowledged he's going to leave and made a trade for him. It is when that they don't acknowledge, a la Orlando with Shaq, a la a couple of other teams, they don't acknowledge that this guy may leave, that you truly end up with nothing. So I'm not sure about that franchise tag yet, Kevin. The NBA is doing great. Players are moving around, and we're going to need some other teams to combat the dominant team overall.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Mitchell dishes to Crowder. Five to shoot. Here's the three. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And the scoring of Crowder, I mean, giving them a lift.
For Houston, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Knight kicks to Green. Knight on the wing. Back to Green. And it's Clark in the corner. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Jazz leading by 23. Mitchell passes to Bradley. Here's Mitchell Long. He's guarded by Knight. And there's the call on Nene. And that'll be his third foul so far. Compared to when you were playing, C-Web, how have the baseline skill requirements for the 4s and the 5s, the power forwards and the centers, changed, do you think, the most?
The ability to stretch the floor. It's a lot more emphasis on mobility, especially at the defensive end. And I don't think you can have a player who is a specialist anymore in the game. I've played with some great defenders, the Ben Wallaces, the Davis boys there in Indiana, but those positions are no longer valued or needed anymore. You can no longer be a defensive player that can't score on the other end. You have to be a player in the NBA now with the total skill set. That means mobility, shooting, dribble, passing. All of those things have to be encompassed, or there's a way to make sure to highlight you with the mismatch and take you out of the game.
Good documentation. I like that. Yep, it counts. 9 points for Eric Gordon.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Now, here's Ingles. And Gobert kicks to Rubio. Pass to Ingles. There's the triple. Buries the long-range jumper.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Well, the game looks like it's starting to wear on them. Unable to get out, defend the perimeter, unfocused. It's a bad sign.
Ball's knocked loose. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Monday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Phoenix to take on the Suns. And then on Wednesday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings.
And for that matchup with the Thunder, it's going to be a battle for this group. You get the feeling they'll need to be at their sharpest if they want to come away with a victory.
Rubio against Paul. Rubio finds Gobert. Mitchell outside. They double him with Rivers. Passes it to Ingles. Three-pointer. And the Jazz, another three.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Houston's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Paul dishes to Tucker. The pass to Fareed. Houston moving it around. Paul for three. Rebounded by the Jazz. Ingles has got 4 rebounds in this game. Now here's Rubio. Not too long ago, C-Web, triple-doubles were widely celebrated. Now you see much more of them all over the league. What's been the change there, do you think?
I think the change has been the style of play and the removal of the big man. Being that there are no longer a slew of 7-footers in there rebounding, guards can come in there and do some amazing things in rebounding. And I'm amazed with Westbrook coming in and rebounding over the 7-footers. You also have better spacing, and so if I'm a one-on-one player, I get past my guy. I can trust it that if I throw it to a wide-open shooter now, because of the way that we've drawn the defenses in, there may be a few more open looks. And so I still respect it. I still respect the energy, the focus, the fact that you have to be all over the floor to do it. But, you know, besides the fact that there's longer threes taken, or besides the fact that there's more small lineups, I still think it's a feat to be respected, even though we're seeing an increase in the knock.
Now here's Favors. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
That's part of what makes him a great player. His effort level always stays high.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let him have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
And here's Rubio after Eric Gordon hit the three. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Favors. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
All up top, covered by Rubio. And there's Eric Gordon on the assist by Paul. Gordon's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Once he gets open on the low block, it's just a matter of getting him the ball.
Mitchell kicks to Favors. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And it comes to playing the role of villain in the eyes of many NBA fans. You know, you've got LeBron going to Miami, Durant leaving OKC, going to Golden State. C-Web is having someone to root against good for the league. It seems to build some passion in sports for sure.
I mean, there can never be a hero without a villain.
Sure.
Even if that villain is temporary for one season. So one of the great things about the NBA is that our off season normally is just as exciting as the main season because of the trades and who's going where and the changing of allegiances, of alliances. I mean, so I definitely love all the movement. And, you know, the great thing is you're never going to agree with what any player does 100% the whole time. So I love seeing the changes in the league and having someone to root against. I think it's good for the fan soul to have somebody that you can honestly root against.
That's fun. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. Outside Gordon. Beyond the arc. The putback. Favors with the rebound. Favors got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Mitru Long. He's guarded by Rivers. Favors inside. Nene on him. And that one's good by Favors. Favors has got 24 points. Rivers passes to Green. Back to Rivers. Green left side. Back to Rivers. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Fareed. The good-looking shot from the wing.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Jazz.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Donovan Mitchell.
From an offensive standpoint, he was their leader tonight. Whenever they needed a big bucket, he was always the guy to come up with it.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Fareed. And Utah making a change here. Udo's checked in. And a switch here also for Houston. House is checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Here's Mitru Long. Here's Udo. And Utah again with the bucket.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Well, a well-earned victory, feeding off the energy of this hometown crowd really all night.
Now here's Green. Connects from three-point range.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Oh, yeah, this is a nice run here, but too little too late. And deep down, I think they know it.
Here's Mitru Long. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.